Let's talk about the absurdity that is Hollywood and California and Alec Baldwin.
Oh boy.
We got the story from timcast.com. Cinematographer's family files wrongful death suit against Alec Baldwin. The Santa Fe Sheriff's Office is still investigating the October 2021 on-set fatality. But we have this story from the New York Post. Alec Baldwin sued by the family of Helena Hutchins. They've released a video. It's kind of creepy. It is a CGI video. I can only show some of it because YouTube actually will probably shut us down if I show you, even though it's like simulated. Whatever, man. It is what it is. But I can, I can play a decent amount of it. So let's play some of this video. So this is important in understanding the story about Alec Baldwin and the shooting of Helena Hutchins. Let me slow down and preface this real quick for those that are not familiar with exactly what this is. Alec Baldwin was on the filming set of a movie called Rust. He shot a cinematographer. At first, it was declared a misfire. It was an accident. We started to get more and more details, and it turns out that based on the news and the information that came out, it sounds much more like Alec Baldwin intentionally murdered this woman. At least a lot of people refuse to believe it. I certainly think it's more probable than an accident because Alec Baldwin had a single-action revolver. You had to pull the hammer back. You had to pull the trigger to fire it. It was loaded with live rounds. It was given to him by someone who was not the on-set armorer. We had Nick Searcy on the show who had worked with that armorer before and said she was great. So all of this just keeps coming back to there's no way there's an accident. But let me give you that one very, very important detail before I show you this clip. Alec Baldwin claims that after he shot this woman, he didn't know she was hit for 45 minutes. If you're standing in front of someone and you point a gun at them, pull the hammer back, pull the trigger. He claims he didn't pull the trigger. But you pull the hammer back and it goes off. And then they go, and they collapse and two people fall down. What do? Did Alec Baldwin just go, all right, and walk away?
Apparently.
Cut.
Yep.
Walk away.
All right, everybody. And they're screaming. People are screaming. She's dying. And he's just like, I didn't see anything.
Bye.
Man,
Makes
that
no sense.
cinematographer acts good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He thought she was acting.
Are they filming her? Is she part of this?
I
So
guess.
here, let me play this clip now to show you some of the context around here. So here's the building. The reason why I think this is important to go through is because a lot of people are trying to imagine in their head what it was like when this woman was shot. And you can see here, it's all CGI, by the way. This is what the building looks like. All right, let's play a little bit because now they're going to take us inside the building. It's only about a minute long, this video. All right, so there's the building. We are now going inside. Oh, I think was that actually a photograph? Hold on.
Oh, cool.
The first
I,
was.
yeah, so this is an
wow.
actual
Switches.
Nice.
right.
Cool, yeah.
Is that it looks
Yeah,
and then it switches
Right.
to CGI.
There you go.
Really
All right,
well
then we
done.
go inside, and this is what it looks like inside this church on the set of this film. Alec Baldwin is handed the gun by the, I guess, associate director.
Assistant director.
Assistant director. And then he sits down. He's got the gun in his holster, and there he is. And I think now they're going to pan around, and you can now see they're showing you where the cinematographer was, and where the other director, right?
Yeah.
And the camera.
And I don't know who those other two people are. They weren't named.
Crew, yeah.
So here's what's interesting. I didn't realize this. How far away he was from her and the crowd, and that he pointed the gun straight at her and not the camera. Because when we had first talked about the story, I was like, why would he point the gun straight at the camera? And people were like, oh, maybe it was to get that shot or whatever. She's off to his left of the camera. He points it straight at her and he fires and he killed her.
He definitely killed her.
So you were arguing with me about this initially. That you can't say he killed her.
Well, I don't know if I would call it murder. The intention is unknown. He definitely pointed the gun at the woman, pulled the trigger, and killed her. Whether or not he intended to, I don't know. But I don't think that really is what this is all about right now. I mean,
Look,
that's up for the courts to decide.
Let me show you this clip. All right, we're not going to actually show it because YouTube would get mad at us. But he
Look at that, 5 feet away from her, or whatever it was.
and then he pulls the hammer back and he shoots her.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to skip over the part where she actually gets hit because that's, and you can see people rushing over to help her. And again, CGI rendering of what happened. This is not actual video evidence. Where did Alec Baldwin go? There's no other exit to this building.
Ditched out.
And he said for 45 minutes he didn't know that she got shot with a real bullet. So he's like, I thought she fainted or something. Bro,
No.
if you point a gun at someone and you pull the hammer back and it goes bang and then someone screams and collapses, why would you assume they must have fainted?
He's a weak mind,
Bro,
and he wasn't
you
able
put-
to accept what just
No,
happened to him. He
no,
panicked.
dude.
It was like shock. It's like what
Had
happens when
to
a
have
soldier
been.
goes crazy in the
No.
trench. He knew he killed her. He was just shocked.
No, Ian, you might as well believe in aliens.
Or he's just blatantly lying.
You might as well believe, if you're going to tell me that Alec Baldwin pointed a gun at a person from like 5 feet away, pulled the hammer back, it went off in his hand. He felt the recoil. The recoil of a live round is different from the recoil of a blank. And then the woman screams, and the guy behind her screams as well, at least they do in this video. And then people run over to help, and he goes, must have fainted, and then gets up and walks off. Sorry, I would rather believe that aliens took over his mind with a mind control device. That seems more plausible to me than he was like, I didn't realize I had just shot them when I pointed a gun and pulled the hammer back and it fired.